Okay, we're doing number 39, 41, and 43 on the comprehensive portion. We're finding the exact value of each. No, you are not allowed to go and enter sine of 11 pi over 12 into your calculator. If you need to, you can change that to degrees. It would be 165 degrees. And so what you're going to actually use is a sum difference formula, because you can do 120 plus 45. I'm going to leave it as a I was going to say radicals in radians. So sine of 11 pi over 12 is the same thing as the sine of 2 pi over 3 plus 1 pi over 4, right? And if you don't believe me, go ahead and enter 2/3 plus 1/4 on your calculator. You get 11 over 12, okay? So the formula for that is really just sine of the first, cosine of the second. So sine of 2 pi over 3, by the way, this is off your blue sheet. Blue sheet down at the bottom, sum and difference formulas, the very first one. So sine of 2 pi over 3, cosine of pi over 4, plus you're going to do cosine of 2 pi over 3 and sine of pi over 4. And you are just actually going to go to the unit circle for each of those individual exact values. The sine of 2 pi over 3 is radical 3 over 2 times the cosine of pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2 plus cosine of 2 pi over 3 is a negative 1/2 times radical 2 over 2 for the sine of pi over 4. And that equals a radical 6 over a 4 minus a radical 2 over a 4, and then you actually are going to write it, I'm going to write it up here, you're going to write it as one fraction, radical 6 minus radical 2 over 4. So that is number 39. Let's go to a new slide for 41. All right, so 41, we are given some information, and we want to find the tangent of theta over 2. So the tangent of theta is 4/3, where pi less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 3 pi over 2. Remember, that's just a nice way of telling us what quadrant we're in. And our tangent is 4 over 3, opposite over adjacent, and of course those are both negatives. And Pythagorean theorem would give you your hypotenuse or your radius. We want the tangent of theta over 2, which is really going to be, again, you are going to your blue sheet. If you look at your half angle formulas, tangent of theta over 2, it's actually alpha over 2 on our sheet, but that's okay. And you have two options to choose from. Remember, I kind of like that middle option where we do 1 minus the cosine of theta over the sine of theta. And this one's not bad because it's going to be simple fractions. There's no radicals, nothing that we really have to worry about. So it is going to be 1 minus a negative 3/5 all over a negative 4/5. And if you are very careful and put big parentheses around your numerator and do parentheses around your denominator, you can actually just enter it all in your calculator if you want. Or your numerator, when you are actually adding, so it's really going to be a 5/5 plus 3/5 gives you an 8/5, and you are dividing by a negative 4/5, which is the same thing as multiplying by a negative 5 over 4. Your 5s are going to cancel, and so you have negative 8 divided by 4, or negative 2 for number 41. And then let's go get that last one done, number 43. Next slide. So 43 is what we're working on. And again, we're given some information. Our sine is 4 over 5, and we are in the second quadrant for that one. Pi over 2 to pi. So we're over in this quadrant right here. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and then if we did Pythagorean theorem, we'd get a negative 3 right there. We want sine of 2 theta. Go to your blue sheet. Sine of 2 theta is a double angle formula. It is 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta. Okay, so we're going to do 2 times the sine of theta is 4/5. The cosine of theta is negative 3/5. Guys, please remember, you're basically multiplying 2 times 4 times a negative 3 to get a negative 24, and then 5 times 5 in the denominator to get a 25. And that's it.